part 2 of Can I Recycle Old Pillows? I'm speaking very slowly at this point because YouTube is taken to cutting the beginning of my videos, so I'm giving it a moment to catch up. I'm Rachel Papworth from Green and Tidy, the online professional organiser. I liberate busy people like you from the shackles of clutter and chaos for peace of mind and productivity, because when your home works, your life works. And last week I talked about pillows and how impossible it is to recycle them and how hard it is to find them a new home or find a new use for them. And unsurprisingly, I had lots of comments and emails and messages with thoughts on pillows, and so I had some really good comments. I thought I'd highlight some of those today. So this is part 2 on what you can do with old pillows, and actually all this applies to duvets as well. So first of all, thank you very much to Joyce. Joyce talked about TerraCycle, which I didn't mention in the last video because it's not really a viable solution for many people, but it is a great organisation. It exists specifically to help people to recycle things that are difficult to recycle and that most municipal authorities don't collect. The problem is that they don't do it for free. So if you as an individual are going to send stuff to them, what you have to do is order one of their zero waste boxes, fill it up with as much stuff as possible and send it back. And the one that is appropriate for putting bedding in costs about £160, so it's not a small amount. You might be lucky, you might have an organisation in your area that runs a free drop-off point. I live in a very green-minded area with lots of people that are active trying to reduce our footprint on this world, and there isn't one in my area that will take pillows or duvets, but you might be lucky, you might have one in your area. I've got notes if you wonder why I keep looking down. There's a lot I want to say today. Even if you do have one that's collecting them, or even if you do feel you've got enough stuff to justify getting one of TerraCycle's zero waste boxes yourself, they can only take pillows and duvets if they're 100% cotton or 100% synthetic. They can't take any mixed fibres. So it's not a perfect solution. It's probably not a solution for most people, but it is worth mentioning, and thank you for highlighting it, Joyce. And then Joanne, well done, Joanne. Prior to COVID-19, she succeeded in donating a load of duvets and pillows to an RSPCA hospital, which must have felt amazing. Well done. I have to say, all my research says that they won't take them. If I go on their website, it specifically says not to donate duvets and pillows to their hospitals. It's to do with them being difficult to clean, and then they have to dispose of them, obviously. And as I said, that was also pre-COVID-19. So look, you could phone round any animal hospitals or shelters in your area, see if they're taking them. Depends how much work you want to put into rehoming your duvets and pillows. But again, it's not a panacea, and there is a limit to how many they can take. Even if they take them, they're not going to be able to take all the duvets and pillows that are being discarded in this world. But yeah, well done, Joanne. And if you have got the time and energy to try and phone around all your animal shelters, it might be worth a go. And then Nui99 made a point which I nearly made on last week's video and then didn't, which is I used to say to people that feathers are compostable. So if you cut, if you've got this isn't a feather pillow, it's a synthetic pillow, but if you've got a feather pillow and you want to get rid of it, and particularly if the whole, the cover on it was made of cotton, you could compost the thing. If the cover's synthetic, you're gonna have to cut it open and the feathers will probably fly everywhere. But if you can get the feathers into your compost bin, they are compostable. What stopped me from saying it last week is I think those feathers have also been treated with flame retardant materials. I can't get a definitive answer to that. I've spent ages Googling and trying to get the answer, and I'm not certain, but I would be nervous about putting flame retardant chemicals into my worm composter in case it harmed the worms. If anybody knows any more about that, please do comment and I can share it with other people. What else did I want to say? Oh, it's kind of a side point, but if you're thinking, I know, in future I'll buy feather pillows and duvets, etc., because at least they're compostable and so it'll be easier to dispose of them, do some research into how the feathers are produced, harvested. I don't know what the correct term is, because it's pretty hideous and it stops me buying feather items, even though the synthetic ones are environmentally damaging. Ethics, it's a tricky business. So, anything else to say? Well, just as Joyce says, that all this highlights, doesn't it, the true cost of what we buy and how we have to be so careful in choosing things to buy as little as possible and to think about the end of life when we are purchasing something. Okay, so again, I'm sorry it's not better news. I'm sorry I'm not here to tell you that I've got a solution for you. Hello, Diane, welcome on the live chat. But keep being green, keep being tidy, and I'll see you in the next YouTube live. Bye for now.